leadership and who you could go to for resources if you wanted to get more engaged with the club. So I wanted to thank our previous directors, so Terri Clark of Club Service, Carol of Community Service, Maggie of International Service, Vanessa of Vocational Service, and Steve's not here, but Steve for New Generation. I'm going to do some more pinning, but the board director terms typically 3 years, and Terri has graciously served for 2 3-year terms. Thank you for that. But when you approach the end of your term, we look to find other engaged club members to take their place. So I'd like to invite Malinda. So Malinda is taking Terri's place as Club Service Director. And then Tom is taking Maggie's place because she's he as International Service. You're running out of space.
Shannon,
So,
what do you think?
But it's a lot of, I mean, it's a huge responsibility, and I really appreciate you're there with me. But there's a huge club to support you through the process, and I believe it was a great experience for me to hear and see what our club does and to understand the decision-making process. So thank you for taking us on. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And then I feel like this is also a pretty daunting responsibility, but pretty sure she's up for it. But I also wanted to thank Brian for his 10+ years of treasurer service. So under these avenues of service, we have all our committees. And so I wanted to take an opportunity to go around the room and for the committee chairs, it'd be great to hear from you and I guess hear about what your committee does and how often you meet in an effort to see if there's anybody else who wants to kind of mix it up and change committees or lead a particular committee. We'll get a chance to hear from you. So I think Ray, are you taking my place as membership chair?
I think that might be the case.
Yay!
Thank you. Can you share? I mean, I'm sure you've been part of this committee in the past.
I have been part of this committee in the past. And what we're going to do is AJ and I are going to meet in the next week to discuss what we're going to do. Is that a fair transition for you?
Sure. So, I mean, what I did as chair was for guests who want to be prospective members, I introduced myself and welcome them to our membership committee through some drinks or some outreach. There's a lot of...
We'll be continuing that part.
Should be clear. And share my Rotary experience so that as an incoming guest to the club, you get to learn more about what we do and the projects that we have in place, and then like how dynamic this club is. That when you are part of a committee, it doesn't all fall on one person. I think feel so fortunate. I say that so much that like there's so many engaged club members in this club that it makes being a committee chair easy. But for membership specifically, you'll help through the transition process and getting them from I guess to the application process, and then perhaps a prospective member, and then this induction ceremony, and then you hand it off to the mentorship committee, who then helps them through the red to blue badge process. So, Bob, thank you for taking on in the interim this mentorship. Can you share a little bit about what you're doing?
Obviously, we just are trying to manage our herd of new members and making sure that everybody knows what the club is about, knows kind of some of the past history, things that we've done. The relationship and the structure with Rotary International and District Rotary, it's complicated when people walk in and it all seems like fun or whatever, but there's definite structure to that. And so we just always want to make sure that everybody's well-grounded in their knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah. There's a checklist of things that you need to do before you can get your official blue badge, and so getting you through that process sooner than later can ensure that you stay engaged and stay and find your place in a club. The program committee, I think that was Howard, and now Greg. What? As co-chair, can you share a little bit about what you're doing here?
Sure, and we have a number of members here: Carol, Crystal, Karen, and Greg. We're supposed to all have sounds in our names, but so, and Howard is our chair. Howard is at Jazz Camp in Louisville, where he's actually really focusing on jazz hands. So we'll have him do that when he gets back. But so we meet basically a couple times a year, and then we have a lot of emails. And our goal is to try to bring interesting, educational, thoughtful, sometimes just humorous and fun programs. And we do encourage everyone, if you have a program idea, just to come to one of our members and give us suggestions. And what we've done, we've already scheduled pretty much the first half of the year, and then around towards, I don't know, we'll probably meet again in November, or October, November, and kind of start looking at the second half of the year. So if you have ideas, bring them to us, and if they're good ones, we'll put them in. And if they're not, we won't. So that's simple.
I made their last meeting, and there's a lot of fun program ideas planned for this first half of the year. I do plan on putting them on the tables here, Charlie, so you can see what to look forward to later on in the year. Kind of plan that out, so if there's something that's kind of piques your interest, you get a chance to put that on your calendar. Make sure you make that meeting. On the fellowship.
Yes, fellowship. Woo! So we're the fun part of the club.
Wait a minute.
Of course we are. We plan all the fun. How's that? Okay, we plan the fun events. So the opportunities to be able to come together outside of weekly club meetings, we put together several of those opportunities throughout the year. There's some that are just sort of, okay, yes, this is going to be a general fellowship opportunity. Sometimes we partner up with other committees to be able to say there's a work day happening, and afterwards there'll be a social that we will help plan the social part of it. And then we are also responsible for planning the annual Charter Night celebration, which is our birthday celebration. That happens in February. And then finally, we looked for opportunities to get together in a fellowship way that might be outside of the Rotary confines, but there are social engagements that already happen within our community. And if we show up as Rotarians, we help strengthen those organizations, and we also strengthen our engagement within Rotary. So we call those RISE events, which stands for Rotary Involvement Strengthens Everyone. And the very first RISE event of this Rotary year is going to happen tomorrow. Yay, right? There's a paddle event that is being put together by Surfrider Humboldt. And I think it's a paddle across the bay over to the Samoa Social Club. and there's a party that follows there. So there are flyers that are on the tables, and I know that Crystal is already planning to be there. What other details do I need to present, Crystal?
If you call them, you can get free, I think it's like a 25 suggested donation for a paddleboard or a kayak if you are interested in that. And you can do the paddle. A lot of people just go to the party. There's going to be a raffle, a fundraiser. This group is like the stewards of our oceans, and they clean up our beach shorelines. So I think that this is a really great organization to support for Rotary.
And it's summertime, and it's a chance to get out there. You don't have to have your own paddleboard or kayak.
So it's water paddling.
Water paddle.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
confused.
If you have ideas for social events, you can reach out to the committee, and we may put them on, or we may not. Do you want me to talk about the other items too, or do you want to
I can holler at Nick here. Uh-oh. Nick, am I talking about talking about?
I think the program is a lot of people.
So many miscommunications.
So what we do is we set all this awesome stuff up here. We make sure that the speaker works sometimes. We just kind of, anytime we have a meeting, we just set up for it, we'll take down. We're the ones who greet you in the morning, make sure your stuff is going. That's here, but behind the scenes, we keep all the meal card money up. That's why you tend to get emails from me on Thursday nights and tell you, bring me some money. So that's the bulk of it. We help the treasurer with whatever they need with the financing and stuff like that regarding membership and dues and all that. So anytime you need to pay the club or have questions about paying the club, you can always ask me if you can't get a hold of Sophie or Brian.
We're planning a couple of, maybe one or two offsite events this year too. So thank you in advance for, those get a little more
Calling all that stuff out, yeah.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to see kind of more stuff, like last year we kind of took the banners down and things like that. But if you want like full regalia and things like that, just let us know and I'll have Ray do it.
So Joyce couldn't make it to recognitions, but essentially she highlights what club members are doing outside of their regular Rotary life. I think next meeting, I'm going to have Howard's going to give us a presentation on his trip to Europe, and then every third Thursday I've offered her a slot to go have an ongoing opportunity to share the stuff that's happening in our lives outside of Rotary. There's a lot of we're taking a trip to Sun River, so I might throw a couple pictures in there one of these days, one of these presentations. But she does have a website that I'm also going to put on the table, so that if you have some pictures, you're going to have an opportunity to share those and send them directly to her, so that we can tell our story of what's going on outside of Rotary. Julie, share what's going on with PR.
Oh, PR, public relations. It's really important. It shows the community what we're up to and why they support us, and shows them we support them. It's a good way to connect. See, I worked that in, connect. So it's actually really easy. That's why I'm the chair of it. Pretty much just, we have really good relationship with both of our local newspapers. They completely support us and will pretty much, upload anything I send in, but they really like to have pictures. So for you committee chairs or any of you who are out doing anything for Rotary, you should probably put my cell phone number in your cell phone and send me the picture and a description, and we can get it out there. And I could use one or two other people on our committee. Sometimes I can't get certain committees to take pictures, so when I find out where they're going, I show up and take the picture, so it's really easy, but sometimes I can't show up. So if any of you want to be on the PR committee, please let me know.
What's your cell phone number?
707-498-7771. That's
Thank
it.
you, Julie. We have the Community Service Avenue, we have the Community Service Committee.
Sorry, I'm texting Julie real quick.
Rachel's the current committee chair.
Yes, it's probably the largest committee, and we like to get our hands dirty and beautify the community. Some projects we're currently working on, well, we have our highway cleanups we try to do once a quarter along 255, which are pretty entertaining, the things you can find along the highway there. And then AJ's in the process of working on a matching grant for Peninsula School park cleanup, or not park, sorry, garden cleanup. And then we have the Rotary Park cleanup, which we're going to work on July 21st. And then we're working on our Arcata Forest Workday. So sometime in the fall, they do those every Saturday once a month. So we'll hopefully get our whole crew out there and eradicate some plants and weeds and whatnot. So
There are a lot of opportunity to get your hands dirty.
yeah, we don't discriminate against ideas, so good or bad, we'll take them all.
So Randy's our committee chair for financial assistance, and he couldn't make it today. But in essence, there are a lot of nonprofits in the community who need a little help, and his committee meets mainly by email, but requests are submitted to him. He shares it with the committee, and then they make decisions on whether or not we should fund particular projects. So he's got a allotted budget, and it seems pretty down and dirty or easy. So that's an interesting community to be on. I think Crystal, you're on it. Remember.
I'm on it. Brian.
I don't know if you want to share anything about, you funded recently, and actually that transitions me, we got a thank you for something we funded recently. It was a journalism scholarship essentially, so that somebody could go take advantage of a unique scholarship opportunity that only a few people in the whole country get. And so we got a chance to fund that. There's so many amazing people, and it's great to be able to support them in their trajectory and their endeavors. Additionally, and I'm going to jump ahead, through competition and scholarships, I just want to get these passed around. I'm running out of time here. From some of the scholarships we just gave this past year, we got some thank you cards for sending some kids to college. Avenue Service, International Service, transition to Foundation.
We had a banner foundation year for the Rotary Foundation this past Rotary year. I think in the whole district we're going to be second in annual funds per capita giving, and that's thanks to all of you. Who give creative gifts for Final Friday, and then outbid one another with vigor to take those gifts home. And when there's a $100 gift certificate on the table and somebody gets $130, that's the spirit. So if you want to check out the banner that says Paul Harris Fellows on the way out, you'll see all but one member of the club, but she just joined this morning, so no pressure. So we're going to work on that. We'll continue with Final Friday, and the first one is July 26th. Howard sent out the list of donors and months. If you would like to change your month, please let me know in advance. And otherwise, if you need ideas, talk to somebody whose gift you saw come across and it thrilled you, or you can talk to me. Thanks very much.
I'm going to jump in and I'm going to say one other thing. I got my Rotary dues bill yesterday, and I looked at it very closely, and one of the lines in there is, I think it's $25 for every Rotarian every year. It's optional. Please, please, please consider doing that. Every Rotarian every year is very helpful, as Terri will attest. And by the way, I walked up here, and Ray, I owe you an apology. I've got a lot of footage of the backs of people's heads, and I know. But anyway, every Rotarian every year, and don't stop there, please.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So, World Community Service.
Yeah, we fund the world. We're working on a big project this year. We're putting together a team to go to Guatemala and build a house for a homeless family. And it makes a huge difference in their lives because it actually raises them out of, the caste system raises them out of the lowest low and puts them in a place that they can live a better life. And so we're going to be doing that in February. We're going to put money toward it. We're working with other clubs, hopefully, to go with us. But if any of you want to go to Guatemala for a week and do that, let us know. We definitely want to get a team together to do that. So that's, and then we will probably put some money toward a school in Pakistan again. And then depending on what our budget is, some other things that come up. So it's fun.
Yes.
Join us. We meet the first Tuesday of the month at 7:30 at Country Store.
Thanks, Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Vocational Service Avenue, we have vocational development, and it's currently Crystal.
Great question. What do we do? So vocational development, we not only do the vocational award every year where we find somebody in our community that reflects the values of Rotary and contributes to our community and the greater good, but we also, because we're somewhat still fledgling, we're still developing what we're doing, but we are definitely trying to do more mentorship, reaching out to other people at HSU or Northern Humboldt school districts to figure out mentorship opportunities for us. And then we also want to kind of incorporate things to develop ourselves as a group professionally and personally, and learn more about who's in our club and what they do for professions, because, you know, mostly we just meet at 7 and have a great time.
Thanks. During mentioned our retreat, Tom, with the Trades Academy presentation last year, I think Tom got really excited about developing this mentorship relationship with trades and using or leveraging his expertise and I guess growing perhaps program through this vocational development committee to kind of connect all the pieces there. So thank you, Crystal. And Malinda, transitional AG.
Yes, I'm Linda Moore for people that don't know me. I don't come all the time anymore, but I am an original member, so that's Ed and I are co-chairs of the Tay Group, and we basically are working with the Department of DHS, the Humboldt County Department of
Health and Human Services.
Health and Human Services, that's right. See, I used to be an HR director at Humboldt State, and there are things here now, when you say human, it just goes away. Just kidding. But anyway, we've been pretty successful, and we have a good relationship with the fellow over in the county, and we've placed a number of young people. And one of the biggest supporters that we have found is Dan Johnson of our club. He has been amazing in the opportunities that he has allowed these transitional age kids. So if any of you have businesses that you could allow these kids to mentor or help you somehow, if you wanted to contact either one of us, we'd appreciate it, because sometimes it's hard. They have to be at least 18, the people that we're serving, so for legal reasons. And anyway, let us know.
Malinda. So New Generations, Steve's Avenue. So youth activities is actually an open committee chair position. Rebecca, thank you very much for your service the past couple of years.
You've done such a good job.
But can you share a little bit about what that committee does?
What you're gonna do.
I asked AJ to step down. I was feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and I was feeling a little bit like like I wasn't doing enough. It was just this big guilt thing. Like Steve McCaney would send me an email, like, "What's your committee doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I haven't done anything." So I would love like a co-chair or somebody to collaborate with. I felt like all alone. And like I never really got my committee together, so if somebody's out there is excited about youth, I'd love to partner. I just felt overwhelmed and alone sometimes. But there's a couple big activities that we do. We sponsor the fall cross-country run. It'll be like the 10th or 11th year that we've helped do that. That event has grown from, it was like about 100 kids the first year we did it to they get over 300 kids now. So that's a real nice event. And we're looking for like other ideas. Our club also does the dictionaries, which also kind of just sort of happens by itself.
Hey,
Dictionaries for
Brian!
kids. He got
He's
you
not
off
the
this year, right?
treasurer
Somebody else took it
anymore.
over for you, didn't, there you go. You can't have Sophie do everything. But we're, Andres has had some unique ideas, so we're definitely open to some ideas. It's definitely a fun committee if you're like being involved with kids. Sometimes you think just because, like, oh, I have kids, this would be a fun committee. Like, oh, wait, I have kids, that takes up a lot of my time with all their other activities. So that's my summary. If anybody's interested.
I'll help.
Brian.
Well, I'll email you, maybe we'll like have a committee meeting.
That might be a good idea.
Do you have a date or time for next meeting?
I'll have to talk to Brian.
Thank you, Rebecca. Competition sponsors, Jeff, who actually, and Brian, but Jeff recently did want to step down. Jennifer's here. She wanted to take on co-chair, but essentially, there's History Day. There are the scholarships for the Arcata High students at the end of the year. And actually in August, we're going to have a little presentation from our History Day, I think, scholarship recipients. I think most of the time, I think, is coordinating these particular events. And so I feel like, and someone can correct me because I'm not on that committee at all, but it's those two particular events is where your time's spent, and the rest of the year is very important. Interact and Rotary. That's
So I am one of the co-chairs of the Interact and Rotary Committee. Nick works with Interact, which is our high school program, and they meet during the school year on Fridays. If you want to work with him on Interact to mentor the interactors, let Nick know. I've been working with Rotary, so is going to be our newest member of our committee. But we right now with the new transition have a lot of Rotaractors aging out at North Bay Rotaract, so we'll be reaching out to them to see if they would like to join our club or another Rotary club that maybe suits where they live better. If you want to be our committee, let me know. We mainly have a monthly email to give updates that is provided by the Rotaract president, and then we'll have discussions. And if you want to actually meet with us, you actually need to go to a Rotaract meeting, which is the first and third Wednesday of every month. So, yeah, that's for us. Yay!
Can I say something about Interact? And Interact, like they feed into Rotaract, which feeds into us. This year, Stan and I are trying to partner with Project Amigo to get the kids some international service. They work really hard. This incoming senior group has been the most active section of our Interact club since they were freshmen. So we're really excited about this year. We have co-presidents, we have since we have so many people, they all have roles now, co-chairs and all that. So they're taking care of their school and their community. And these are high school kids, right? And they are also our scholarship winners every year. They're our top 10% kids every year. These kids are our turners. So let's try to support them if you have time on a Friday at noon. Come to our RKI and check them out. You have to go there too a couple times.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am going to look to try to also create events for all of us, like engage for perhaps this cleanup too.
Yeah.
Some outside of regular meetings, opportunities to get to know each other.
Yeah, sounds good.
Morning. So I guess this kind of ties the Rotary Connects the World theme all together, as most of our committees do, but we feel in Rotary Youth Exchange that is exactly what we do. So I was excited when I saw this theme come up because, as we all know from meeting all the students, ambassadors that have come to us and that we've sent out, and the experiences and connections they've made in the world, that's really exemplifying what Rotary can do in the world. So our committee is Cam Appleton, who helps us with vetting a lot, which helps, and Nick is backing up just a little bit because he's already doing so much, and Tammy Camper is filling in as the lead inbound counselor, and Claire Gina is looking forward to this fall when we can pick another outbound ambassador for our club. And I do the YEO function of our committee, meaning that I kind of keep everybody moving in the direction we're supposed to be. And then I've also served on the district for many years. I'm officially done as of August 3rd when we debrief the students that have been out. And that'll end 8 years of service at the district. And that has really, if you ever, any of you are interested in really opening up your eyes to the world of Rotary, serving at the district level like Nick is going to do, and many others in the club have done through the DG function. There's other district committee positions available, and it really gives you a bigger window to the world of Rotary International and connect around the world. So highly encourage you to do that. Last thing, we do have one opportunity for our club to participate in Youth Exchange. The third family we had lined up had to back out because they have a elder care issue. They brought in their parents, and they just don't have the room anymore. So I was thinking, since Steve McKinney, who's not here this morning, Andreas and Jen are both doing the first 2 slots, if somehow we were able to have the third family also be from within our club, that would be one of the first. I think it'd be really awesome for our student to have that continuous engagement with Rotarians in our club. So the offer's out there. What's that?
I'll second the
So if you're at all interested in what that's all about, contact me or anybody else, and we'd be happy to talk with you about it.